Hello, Janet. How are you? I am in an event today, so I'm just waiting on Jennifer from Studio J Company to finish up, and then we will get started over here. She's got about 2 minutes left. I'm just watching her on my iPad. Hey, Krista girl. Thank you, ma'am. How are you ladies today? Oh, I feel like I gotta sneeze. Hi, Nora. How are you? Get myself pulled up over here. Hey, Kelly. How is everybody today? Give it just another minute, see who else is going to hop on with us. So a couple weeks ago, my husband took me on a date day. We went to lunch, a late lunch, and then he took me shopping for craft stuff. So I couldn't pass up that date, right? We went to the Goodwill, and I seen this, and I had to have it. It was $3.99. So I went ahead and grabbed it. I am going to do a little floral arrangement with a cute little bunny. I'm not floral arrangements, it's not my jam, but this is for me. I have a hearth that's at the bottom of your fireplace. Mine is elevated off of the floor, and it's about 12 to 16 inches wide, so I thought this would be cute sitting at the base of that. Hello, Debbie. How are you? So I'm going to get started. I'm still trying to gauge, how much time I really need to do everything, and for these events, since a time limit we have a time limit, so I'm still trying to navigate the amount of time I need to do things. I just got this Dixie Belle bonding boss, so I thought this would be a good project to try this out on, since this is a shiny metal. So I'm going to give a quick coat to this, and then we'll move on to our bunny. Hello everybody. Thanks for coming in. I hope you are all having a great Sunday. Funny story, so my husband said, hey, let's go to church today. Honestly, we've kind of been out of the habit of going, so I said okay. And I took a shower and then realized I don't have a blow dryer. So in my bathroom, I have a little space heater. Hey Michelle, how are you? So I set the space heater up on my bathroom counter and hung my head over it so I could dry my hair before going to church. It was so funny, but you know what, it worked. So I've got to invest in a blow dryer. I mean, I suppose I could have came in here and grabbed my heat tool, but I don't know, that probably would have been not great for my hair. Thought that a space heater was, probably any better, but it was so funny. So have you all been able to catch all the creators? Today I've got some replays I need to go back and watch. I seen Miss Jennifer before me and Kelly, but before that I was at church. Sorry Sorry if this is noisy clinking around on my glass. And I'm going to try to get this done really quick, so it's probably going to cause me to miss a bunch of your comments, and I am sorry about that. I do still have the tag on the inside of this, but I don't think that it's going to matter. It's going to be all hidden, so I'm not going to take the time to pull it out. I had asked my daughter earlier, my 9-year-old, if she wanted to come in and help me read comments today, and she said, nope, sorry Mom, I have plans. She's going to my husband's shop with him today, so I guess I couldn't complain. She's going to get some daddy-daughter time. I am delighted that we are having weather in the 50s today, and the sun is shining, so I'm totally loving that. Is it finally starting to warm up for all you guys too? I am in an event today. It's tagged in the description of my video. I'm in the Creative Clubhouse, so if you're not part of that group already, go over and join that free group, and then you can go back and watch all the replays from today, and then when I am done here, you can just refresh your screen and you will see the next creator. I'm probably going to say her name wrong. Ladybug Gnomes and Crafts by Tammy. Yes, I got it right. And there she was on my screen. Thank goodness. Okay. So she'll be up after me, and I'm sure she has something really fun and exciting for you guys to do. This stuff is a lot thinner than what I thought it would be. I expected it to be thick, but it is actually pretty thin. Just about got it here. Miss Janice Ireland is here. If there's any other pages on here and you guys aren't already following them, be sure to do that. We appreciate that very much. Alright. I think that is good enough for me. So the way I understand it is that this bonding boss will just help the paint adhere to the metal better than just putting on paint and having it get all scratched up. I missed a spot there. But I don't know, have any of you used the bonding boss? If I would have used just chalk paint, would it have worked just as well? I don't know. I don't know that I've ever painted on metal before. Okay, so we're going to move on to our bunny. A couple years ago, I went to a thrift store, and I've got it all covered here. There was this burlap just in a package, and I thought, oh, that's cute, so I grabbed it. And when I opened it today, 2 years later, I've been hoarding it, it was actually a table runner, but I printed out a bunny shape off of the computer because I can't draw. So I printed out a bunny shape off the computer, enlarged it a little bit, and then traced it onto a piece of cardboard, and then traced the cardboard onto the burlap. And so we're going to use that to make our bunny. I know, right? The polka dots are super cute. Ooh. Sorry for the banging. It is really stuck on there. Okay. So switch. Well, I guess I'm going to use my Liquitex matte gel instead to glue this down. I'm not going to fight with that Mod Podge. It will work just fine. It's actually really thick and it will hold probably better than the Mod Podge would have anyway. Alright. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? Like I said, I'm going to have to go back and catch all the replays today. Oh, I just remembered I forgot my bunny's tail over here on the shelf. I'll have to grab that. It's oddly quiet in my house today. When I told my husband I was doing an event, he said, well, I'll go ahead and take all the kids out of the house for you. So that was nice, but it's way more quiet than normal. We are winding down with the sports. I think right now we only have one kid left in sports. And he does competitive baseball, so they're just practicing indoors right now. So it's been kind of nice to have a little bit of a break because with so many of them, we're constantly on the go. So I'm enjoying the calm before the storm. And the team that my son is playing for, like I said, it's a competitive team, so there's a fair amount of traveling to other states that I guess will commence. So it'll be interesting to see how far we have to go and all of that. Okay, just another little spot here. Probably gonna need to stand up so I can really see what I'm doing. Alright. You guys, I have my hair down today and I don't normally craft with my hair down, but since I took the time to, you know, blow dry it with the space heater, I decided to go ahead and leave it down. But when I looked in the mirror and realized, look how bad my roots are. I have not had my hair done in probably 6 months. So I've got to make it a point to do that. Alright, pushing this burlap down into that matte gel. And you can see, maybe see the white is coming through, but it does dry clear. So I'm not worried about that. And it's spraying a little bit, but I can live with it. Alright, I am going to go ahead and glue the stick underneath the back side. Is that the way? Yeah. Hey, Rose House Crafts. JWoww in the house. How are you today, friend? Did anybody do anything exciting over the weekend? Oop. I did not really. Well, Friday night, I went to my friend's house. I don't know, the lighting looks like it's okay up there, but I went to a friend's house on Friday night and we did a live. She has a group page that she does oyster shucking. And I went live on my page while we did that together. We had a lot of fun. It was so much fun. But I took my ring light over there, and my ring light has a button, a controller, remote control, to turn my light on and off, and I forgot that at her house. So I was a little worried the lighting was going to be terrible. So it's actually not bad, probably because the sun's actually out. Good, I'm glad you're good. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you are not already following my page, I would appreciate you doing that. I'm still trying to grow. And I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous with all the changes Facebook has with deleting our replays. Like, I don't know, how's that gonna affect the algorithm? Like, because I don't have a whole lot of content like a lot of you guys. Like, I feel so bad for you. The years and years worth of content, it's just gonna be gone if you don't download and save it. I am hoping this evening to go ahead and try to move some content over to YouTube, but it will take me just a mere fraction of the time that it's going to take all of you. So I don't know how that's going to affect the algorithm, because I really don't know much about it to begin with. So it does make me a little nervous. I don't know. I guess we shall see. And I guess that's just the push that I need to like go live more often, right? So that way my page stays active. And then I suppose I'll need to start doing more of the short videos and reels, so that way they don't go anywhere. All right. Oh, so cute. So cute. Need a little bit more here on the foot. So yesterday, I had to work for half the day, and I wasn't feeling great when I came home, so I really just kind of laid in bed all day, to be honest, and didn't do much of anything. Okay. Well, he's gonna be cute. All right, I'm gonna grab my basket right here, guys, to find the bunny tail. This is the basket of Misfit craft supplies, I think. Okay. So my daughter had a coat, big fluffy coat, that had these strings hanging down each side of the hood, and it's got this big puffy ball on it, and she didn't like the puffy balls. So I cut it off and kept it. It's gonna work perfect for this. I'm sure a lot of you have seen a ton of these done before, and maybe even made some yourself. Okay, so my fluff ball isn't quite as big as the tail, but I think that'll be okay, because I think that'll kind of be hidden by the flowers anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. Michelle, I'm using my Hold Me Now to put the ponytail on. I feel like you should like trademark, copyright that phrase. I've never heard anybody other than you say it. Ooh, hot. But that's gonna blister for sure. Ouch. Okay. It is on there. All right, and then like I said, my friend does oyster shucking with pearls on the inside, so I have a ton of pearls. This is actually only a fraction of what I have. I have a ton with jewelry, or inside of jewelry, some loose ones other places, but I think, what did I do with that? I'm going to carefully open this up, and I think I'm going to give the bunny a little necklace with these pearls. I'm going to attempt not to spill them everywhere. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay. That case is actually pretty cool. It's just a little case that's plastic on either side, and it stretches. And then it has a little stand so you can display the pearls. Alright. I don't think I'm going to be picky about the colors that I choose. I may want to grab some tweezers to do this so I don't burn myself again. Oh, I must have had some on my lap. Flying everywhere. Okay. Scissors might not be a good idea. They're rolling everywhere. Give me just a second and I will show you guys what we've got so far. Oh, that's going to be cute, right? Cute. So I had so much fun the other night with my friend. She has not, her page got hacked a couple of years ago, so she hadn't had access to it, and then she just got it back on Friday. And when we found out, I said, oh, we're going live tonight. Yes, we are. I really didn't give her the choice. We just did it, and we had a ton of fun laughing together. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever shucked an oyster. Not the kind that, you know, you eat, but the kind with the pearls. They smell so bad. But it was so fun. One more over here. All right. Cute. Oh, okay. See how this is doing. That stuff dries quick. All right. Move this. Cover this. You guys, I actually have a really big table here, but it is so full of everything. I feel really clustered. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this. I did not like that gold at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. What's my time? Okay. To go over it. Feels so quiet. This is actually covering really nicely, so I guess that bonding boss really does what they say it's supposed to. It is covering so good. Now I did use my Cricut and printed off the word, what did I print? Flowers and garden, but I'm going to try to put on the side of this. I don't know because it's not a smooth surface. It has the ridges in it. So we'll see how well I can get them to stick. I might have to abandon that mission, but we'll see. Oh, my hair. And that's why I don't normally craft with my hair down. So again, you guys, I am in an event. Most of you that are here are probably from the group, but if not, go over to the Creative Clubhouse. There are events on the 1st and 4th Sunday of every month. And I'm sure that you will find somebody over there that, more than one somebody actually, that you'll love their style and you get some tips and tricks from. Family dinner last night. It was so nice. We have a granddaughter that's almost 18 months. Oh, that's a fun age. 18 months is a fun age. Honestly, I feel like newborn to about 6 months is like the super cute little snuggly stage, right? And they're not mobile. And then when they start crawling, I feel like that's when the real work begins, or it did for my kids. And then it was just exhausting trying to keep them out of everything and picking up everything off the floor and putting things in their mouth, and then when they get, you know, to about 1.5 years, 2 years old, and then they can talk to you and tell you their wants and needs, I feel like that's when the fun kind of picks back up. Not that, you know, they're not fun before that, but they're just a lot more work, I feel like. That's how my kids were. Although I think with my son, who's now 14, he was a lot of work probably until he was 6. He was a busybody all the time. He never wanted to leave his clothes on. And I think he was probably about 2 years old. And he was trying to sneak out the front door with not a stitch of clothing on. We had just moved into that neighborhood at that time. And I was like, oh my gosh. We had to get a lock put up higher so he couldn't reach it. I was petrified he was going to sneak outside and be running down the road without clothes on, and then having somebody call CPS on me or something because I had a clothless child running around. Yeah, he was a handful. All right, that looks good to me. Okay. All right, I'm going to dry this real quick. Catch up on some comments. Thank you, Nora. I appreciate you sprinkling. White's Creative Designs, how are you today? Thank you for the follow, Carol. Hello, Marcia. Thank you to our hostesses for all the work they do putting on these events. I don't envy that job. I'm a fast painter. It's because I get on here and like I said, I haven't mastered the timeline yet. And I'm so afraid I'm not going to finish something and I, can't go over. Four months. See, isn't that such a sweet little age? And they love to snuggle. I miss that. My youngest is 9. We have, between my husband and I, we have a total of 9 kids. 2 of them are, well, I guess technically now 3, but 2 are adults and out of the house. And then we have an 18-year-old who lives in Florida. I'm in central Illinois. and she comes home every couple of months or so and stays for a visit. And then I have a 17-year-old who she'll actually be 18 in April. So the 18-year-old and the 17-year-old both graduate high school this year. It is so bittersweet. I'm not taking it very well. I don't know. It's hard having them grow up. It's exciting for them, but it's kind of tugs on your mama heartstrings, I think. And then from there we have my son who is 15. He'll be 16 next month. I have a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, and a 9-year-old. It's a lot. We are a full house. It's chaos most of the time, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, we're getting there. Looks like there's a couple of spots peeking through, but I don't mind that because I think I'm going to go back and do a little bit of dry brush with some silver just to highlight those ridges. I had my heat tool too close and I got a little bubble, so be careful when you're doing this because this metal gets hot. So it bubbled my paint a little bit, but that's okay. Alright. Dog over there making a funny noise. Kelly, I was at Walmart yesterday and my checkout lady, her name was Rowena. I've never heard of that name before, you and your grandma, and then seeing that lady at Walmart yesterday, I thought of you. It's just not a name you hear anymore. And of course my 9-year-old, she tells me that I have an old lady's name. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright. So I have this sterling silver full part. It says enamel. I'm just going to use a little bit of that to dry brush on the ridges. Oh, okay. So there we go. I don't know if I exactly like the way it's coming out, but it'll be alright. That's what it's looking like so far. So, what is everybody going to have for dinner this evening? I have to figure out what I'm going to feed the people that live here. I don't know. I feel like we eat the same thing all the time. We had tacos last night. So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of cooking. Does anybody else like to cook? And if you do, what are your go-to dishes? Give me some ideas because I need help. I think it was in December. I thought I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to do better about cooking more, not ordering out as much. And I printed myself a little calendar and I actually, I filled in probably 2/3 of the days on the calendar. And I stuck to it. And then the days that were blank were like leftover days or that we had takeout, ordered stuff, or went out to eat. And I think I need to do that again because it really did help hold me accountable. But I do work full time, so that makes it, the kids get home from school, they're starving, so they snack. And then I get home from work and they want to eat right now. So it's a little challenging, which is why we order out a lot. Alfredo sauce, chicken, broccoli, and fettuccine, homemade chicken noodle soup. I'm not a huge fan of Alfredo sauce. The rest of my family likes it, but I don't so much. Although my mother-in-law, when she makes chicken Alfredo, she mixes 2 different kinds together. She doesn't make it homemade. She just buys store-bought, but she mixes 2 different brands together. I don't know what they are. And she doesn't like completely douse the noodles with it. It's just like a nice thin coating. And that I can do, but beyond that, I'm just not a huge Alfredo fan. Okay, you guys see this flower bouquet back here? I have to brag on my husband for a second. For Valentine's Day, instead of buying me flowers and having them delivered to my work, he went to Hobby Lobby and he bought that metal, that's too much, metal can, and picked out all those flowers and arranged it, and then he decorated the can with stickers, and I was quite impressed that he went through all that instead of just ordering flowers for me. When he gave it to me though, I promised him that I wouldn't take it apart and use it for crafting. Chili and spaghetti are both really good leftover. So, interesting story. My daughter, who's a 17-year-old, for a lot of years we could not have spaghetti with regular spaghetti noodles. She had, I guess you could call it a food aversion, because, you know, noodles look like creepy crawly things in the ground. And when she's seen the spaghetti noodles, she would actually throw up. So I had to substitute regular spaghetti noodles for, you know, penne noodles or rigatoni for years. Probably a good 10 years. She's just now got to the point where she can see it and not get sick to her stomach. When she was in 2nd and 3rd grade, the parking lot to their school would flood. And when it did, all those little creepy crawlies from the ground would wash up onto the parking lot. And probably a good 3 or 4 times that it happened, she would throw up and be sick. And then the school would call and say she's sick, she's got to go home. So I'd have to leave and go get her and bring her home. So finally, I had to call the principal and tell him, like, hey, she is not actually sick. It's the parking lot and everything that's in the parking lot that's making her sick. Do not send her home anymore for that. It's crazy. Oh, I have a blister already from touching that glue tool. All right. So I like that. I got a little heavy-handed over here on this side, but that's okay. There's got to be a back to every side. I can always go back later and cover it up a little bit if I wanted to. Okay, so since we put the pearls on our bunny, I have this burlap. It looks like it's got the little pearls in between. I think I'm gonna go ahead, show this the back. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this around here as well and try not to burn myself this time. here's what it's looking like so far. Chicken can be cooked, canned, or just noodles cooked. Prepare stovetop stuffing, mix all together when ready to bake. Oh, that sounds good. I love stovetop stuffing. So it's like a chicken casserole of some sort, I guess you would call it. That sounds really good and easy. I'm all about the easy stuff. I have a pressure cooker that I use a lot because it's so fast. And I know there's a ton of stuff you can cook in it, but again, I'm just stuck in that. I do the same thing all the time. We do have a crock pot. I know a lot of people, especially those that work outside of the home, you know, they will throw things in the crock pot and voila, have it ready when they get home. I didn't have a crock pot. My grandmother raised me and we didn't have a crock pot when I was growing up. So I'm not the one for like the crock pot, ouch, recipes. As a matter of fact, the first time I ever made roast carrots and potatoes for my husband, I did it in the oven, just like I learned from my grandma. And he was like, why are you not using the crock pot for that? I don't know how. So, I really should spend some time maybe on Pinterest trying to find some crock pot recipes, because that would be helpful. Ooh, meatloaf instead of cracker crumbs. My mother-in-law makes a really delicious meatloaf. And I asked her one time what she put in it that made it taste so good. And I'm pretty sure she said oats, like oatmeal, is what she used to bind it together. Which I would have never thought, but it tastes so good. Okay, so there's what we got. That's my back. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to take my phone. I'm not going to glue them in here because if I ever decide that I'm bored of it or I just hate it and I need to take it apart, which I've been known to do, I can. So, I think I'm going to start with my bunny. Probably a pretty good size. Can always trim them down later. Alright, like I said, floral arrangement, not necessarily my thing. Alright, all of these, well, almost all, I got from Joann's when they were on sale. And I don't know what kind of flowers look good together and what ones don't. It's all just going to be what I think. Get this mix. I guess the general rule of thumb is taller in the back, right? Shorter in the front. Easier than doing one by one. Oh, Hey Dina, how are you? Thank you for joining today. Thank you everybody for coming in. I appreciate it. I know I'm quiet a lot. I don't live a very exciting life, I guess, outside of my kids, so I don't have a whole lot to chitty chat about. All right. No. I guess I should turn this. Uh-oh, I might have to glue that in there. Maybe. Turn it so you can see it. Don't like that. I hear a lot of you guys when you're doing your flowers and you guys know the names of them, and I don't know the names of really anything, so I don't know what these are. I apologize. Hey, there's Lynette with Elite Bling Boss. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. I appreciate you, friend. Maybe I'll switch to some flowers now. So purple is my favorite color, so I had to buy some purple. Thank you. Every time I turn it, it's gonna fall. There we go. Now you can see them a little better. Okay. What am I doing on time? Okay. Another pack of those. Some of these I might have actually gotten from Dollar General. They had a sale the other day when I was there on a bunch of stuff, so I grabbed it up. Use that to cover. Yes. All right. How's it looking, guys? Is it looking okay? All you master floral arrangers, are you cringing? Am I doing it right? All right, Tammy, we'll see you in a few. Thanks for being here. Tammy is next with Ladybug Gnomes and Crafts by Tammy. I want this to be good and full. Do I not have another one of those? Oh, I guess I don't. So let's cut it apart. All my stuff is getting buried with the flowers. Okay. You go back in there. And I broke that one, so that's okay. All right. Are you guys cringing? I'm doing great, Krista, thanks. I mean, I don't know if there is really a wrong way. I'm sure some big floral person would probably say yes there is, but isn't it really just about what you like yourself? Okay. This one has the sticker. I'm not going to mess with that. Okay. So, I think, so I've got these carrots. Everybody's seen the carrots from the Dollar Tree. I'm not going to take the time now because I've got about 10 minutes left, but I am going to pull the tops out and replace the greenery that comes in it with the greenery here. But for the sake of time, I think I'm just going to stick a few in like they are, using these little metal floral wire. Gotta have a carrot with the bunny. And they're foam, so this does just poke right up in there really easily. I said that and then that one gave me trouble. Alright, can you guys see what we got going on? Yeah, I am going to have to go back in and glue the foam pieces, I think. Otherwise it's going to be too wobbly. And I don't necessarily hate it, so it's okay. I'll probably keep it like it is. Okay, so you can see where I'm going with that. I printed out from Etsy this little, it's a seed packet, carrot seed packet. Printed it on cardstock so it would be thicker, so that way it would hold my wire. Just gonna wrap that around there just like that. You can see the wire. And take my ink. What do I got here? Vintage Photo. It's just a brown that I grabbed. I'm going to go ahead and go around the edges. Ink up the edges just so you can't see all the white from where I cut, because I cannot cut a straight line. I'm just going to stick that in here. I think I want it more towards the front. Oh, it's looking cute. Okay. Now, like I said, I used my Cricut, and I already put it on the transfer paper. It says Flowers and Garden. I'm going to try to put that right here on the front. Probably should have done that before I started filling. Alright, I had a stick somewhere. There it is. Guys, my Cricut was not wanting to cooperate when I went to cut this. I don't know. If you guys have a Cricut and you've ever come across this, let me know. But I think the font that was just defaulted on it was the Cricut Sans or whatever it's called. And when I started typing, instead of typing letters, it was typing characters. I don't know. I was in full panic mode. I thought, well, I might have to forget about doing that. But, I just kept switching to different fonts, and finally, it started working and actually making letters, but it was the weirdest thing. I've never had that before, so there's something wonky going on for sure. Okay, and you guys don't forget, after me, Ladybug Gnomes and Crafts by Tammy is up. If you are watching from the Creative Clubhouse, you can just exit my live and then refresh your screen to catch her. This is actually staying on here a lot better than what I thought it would with those ridges. Okay. I just love the bunny with the little pearl necklace. So cute. And knowing me, I'll probably fuss with this for hours and have to just like set it aside and tell myself you're done. Go ahead and stick a couple of these in there. Using all my muscles today. All right. Oop, missing the phone. I normally have my phone turned long ways so you can see more of my table, and I forgot to do that today. Actually, I think. Oh, that's cute. So cute. I don't know if I like that covering so much of the bunny. Let's move it to the back. I don't know why they have to put the sticker up so high, because then I have to fight with getting it off. And I do have some Spanish moss that I might go back in and fill in, but I don't really know that it needs it. All right. Well, what do you guys think? I think it turned out cute. All right, well, once again, I want to thank all the hostesses for having me in the Creative Clubhouse. We've got Kelly was Rowena May Inspired, Miss Janice from Vintage Country Crafting, and Miss Jenny from Rose House Crafts, and Krista with Crafts by Krista. She has a group. She doesn't go live, but she does share her crafts that she makes over there, and it's Crafts by Krista. Crafts has a K in it. So you guys, if you're not following everybody, as you're going along today, if you would, go to their pages and give them a like and a follow. We would appreciate that, and be sure that you are following here in the Creative Clubhouse. I think I'm going to test this just with a little bit of this brown on the back. Yes, I think I am going to go ahead and just dirty up a little bit. Right, because it's a garden, a flower garden, so it can't be so perfect. Next up after me is Ladybug Gnomes and Crafts by Tammy. She is probably getting herself ready as we speak. I'm sure she's got something exciting planned. And then be sure to go back and catch all the replays from all the other creatives today if you've missed out on anybody. Yes, I like that. Okay, well there we are, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I know everybody has probably made one. You've probably seen different versions. But as soon as I seen this little tin at the Goodwill, I just knew that I had to do it. So thank you very much for being here with me today. I do appreciate you guys, and I will see you over in the comments of the next live. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.